14 signs. Your dog doesn't love you, even if you think they do. Dogs are amazing creatures that bring us joy, companionship, and unconditional love. We love our dogs and our dogs love us, right? They are our best friends, our confidants, and our loyal companions. Most of the time that is true, but sometimes there can be misunderstandings between humans and their canine companions. These misunderstandings can lead to behaviors that might make you question your dog's affection. In this video, we will explore 14 signs that your dog might not be as fond of you as you might think. These signs can be subtle and easy to miss if you don't know what to look for. Don't worry, if your dog exhibits any of these behaviors, it doesn't mean that all is lost. There are always ways to improve your relationship with your furry friend. Just like humans, dogs can learn to trust and love again with patience, understanding, and a little bit of effort. So let's dive in and see what these signs are. You arrive home after a long day, eager to greet your furry friend, expecting a warm welcome, but instead of a happily wagging tail, you're met with indifference, leaving you puzzled and concerned. You can learn a lot about your pet's feelings if you observe their tail closely. The tail is a powerful indicator of their emotional state. Pay attention to how your dog greets you at the door. Their initial reaction can tell you a lot about their mood. A happy dog will usually wag its tail enthusiastically, showing their excitement and joy to see you. However, if your dog's tail remains still or is tucked between their legs, it could be a sign that they are not comfortable around you, or something is bothering them. A tucked tail is an unmistakable indicator that the dog is feeling nervous or frightened. It's important to understand these signs to better care for your pet. Mealtime is a special bonding experience for many dog owners. You've just finished feeding your dog and you're hoping for some cuddle time, but instead of snuggling up next to you, they wander off to another room. If your dog loves to play or cuddle with you, that's a good thing. If they ignore you, it might be a sign of discomfort or unhappiness. Remember, dogs communicate their feelings through body language. If they are avoiding physical contact, it's essential to respect their space and try to understand why. Eye contact is a powerful form of communication, even in the animal kingdom. When you look into your dog's eyes, are they meeting your gaze, or are they looking away? A dog's ability to look into a human's eyes in a non-aggressive way was one of the first steps toward canine domestication. If a dog isn't your biggest fan, they will not meet your gaze. Sustained eye contact can be perceived as a challenge or threat by dogs, so if your dog avoids your gaze, it could be a sign that they don't feel comfortable or safe around you. Chapter 4. They don't seem to want to sleep in your room. For many dog owners, having their furry friends sleep in their bedroom is a sign of companionship and security. It's a comforting feeling to have your dog close by, knowing they are safe and sound. But what if your dog seems to prefer sleeping elsewhere? This can be puzzling and even a bit disheartening for some owners. Dogs think of us as part of their pack. They thrive on social bonds and usually want to be near their human family members. If your dog doesn't want to sleep in the same room as you, there may be a trust issue. It could also be that they are uncomfortable with something in the room. If your dog used to sleep in your room but has suddenly started avoiding it, it could be a sign that something has changed in their environment or routine that is making them uncomfortable. This change could be as simple as a new piece of furniture, a different scent, or even a new noise that they find unsettling. Chapter 5. They ignore your commands. You're at the park and you call your dog's name, but they don't even look up. You try to get them to sit or stay, but they completely ignore you. Training a dog is about the bond shared on both ends of the leash. If a dog doesn't trust their owner, they are less likely to respond well to training. This can be frustrating and even embarrassing, but it's important to remember that dogs don't ignore commands out of spite. There's usually an underlying reason for their lack of response. Chapter 6. They wag their tail to the left when you are around. We often associate a wagging tail with happiness, but did you know that the direction of the wag can actually tell you a lot about your dog's emotional state? A tail wagging to the left indicates negative feelings, fear, or stress. Tail wagging to the right indicates positive feelings. If your dog's tail seems to be wagging more to the left when you're around, it could be a sign that they are feeling anxious or stressed in your presence. They disappear whenever you are around. You come home from work and your dog is nowhere to be found. They're not greeting you at the door, they're not in their usual spots. It's like they vanish into thin air whenever you're around. If your dog insists on maintaining a distance from you, they might be trying to avoid you on purpose. Hiding can also be a sign of illness. This behavior can be hurtful, but it's important not to take it personally. Dogs often hide when they are feeling scared, stressed, or unwell. They don't relax when you're around. You're sitting on the couch trying to relax after a long day, but your dog is pacing around panting and unable to settle. A happy dog will snooze, relax, and expose their belly. If your dog doesn't let its guard down when you're around, it could mean they feel uncomfortable. They seem tense and on edge whenever you're nearby. This inability to relax in your presence could be a sign that your dog doesn't feel completely comfortable or safe around you. They refuse your treats. You offer your dog their favorite treat, but they turn their head away, uninterested. You try again with another treat, but they refuse that one too. Most animals will show that they're uncomfortable around a particular person by refusing to take a treat. This can be a sign that your dog doesn't trust you or associate you with positive experiences. It's important to remember that dogs, like humans, have their own preferences and may not always be in the mood for treats. Chapter 10. They don't bring you a present. Some dogs love to shower their owners with gifts, whether it's a slobbery tennis ball or a well-chewed toy. Dogs giving you toys or bones as a gift is a sign of true affection. If your dog isn't willing to share their toys with you, it may be a sign that they don't trust you enough. But if your dog never seems to bring you any presents, it could be a sign that they don't see you as someone they want to please or share their belongings with. Chapter 11. They prefer spending time with someone else. You're at a gathering and your dog is glued to someone else's side. They're showering that person with affection, but ignoring you completely. If your dog turns to others for pets and interactions but consistently ignores you, this is a clear sign that the problem is not them, it's you. This can be disheartening, but it's important to observe your dog's behavior and try to understand why they might prefer the company of others. You reach out to pet your dog, but they flinch or move away from your touch. You try again, but they continue to show signs of discomfort. If your dog regularly recoils at your touch, it is a sign of a problem. This can be a sign that your dog has had negative experiences with touch in the past, or that they are feeling anxious or stressed in the present moment. Your dog growls at you when you approach their food bowl. Try to move them from the couch or attempt to pet them. If your dog is growling at you, they're definitely unhappy. Growling is a clear message to back off. Growling is a dog's way of communicating their discomfort or warning you to back off. It's essential to never punish a dog for growling, as this can escalate the situation and damage your bond. You're going in for a hug, and your dog snarls, lips curled back, teeth bared. When a dog bares their teeth, they are sending you a clear message to back off. This is a serious warning sign that your dog is feeling threatened and may resort to biting if they feel the need to defend themselves. It's crucial to approach this situation with caution and seek professional help from a certified dog trainer or behaviorist. Remember, a dog's behavior is their way of communicating. If your dog is exhibiting any of the signs mentioned in this video, it's important to approach the situation with empathy and understanding. Instead of getting angry or frustrated, try to understand the underlying reasons for your dog's behavior. With patience, consistency, and professional guidance, you can strengthen your bond with your furry friend and create a loving and trusting relationship.